Lecture on criminal procedure, including prohibition and juvenile justice. 6 एडिशन है ये juvenile justice हो गया. Some primarily consideration. Some primarily consideration. Object of the criminal procedure. The law of the criminal procedure is intended to provide a mechanism for the enforcement of the criminal law. Enforcement of the criminal law, full stop. The law of the criminal procedure is intended to provide a mechanism for enforcement of criminal law, full stop. Without proper procedural law, the substantive criminal law, the substantive criminal law which define offense and provide punishment for him would be almost worthless, full stop, because in the absence of an enforcement machinery, the thread of the thread of punishment the thread of punishment held out to the lawbreaker by the substantive criminal law. Substantive criminal law would remaining empty in practice, full stop. Empty thread do not tenter dictator. Empty thread do not dictator, and without deterrent effect, the law of the criminal would have hardly any meaning or justification, full stop. If thieves and murder thefts and murder if thefts and murder are not detected, prosecuted 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 and punished, what is the use of the meritorious meritoriously defining the offense of theft and murder and prescribe deterrent deterrent punishment for him, full stop. Thus, the law of the criminal procedure is meant to be complementary to criminal law and has been designed to ensure the process of it administration, full stop. In view of this objective, the law of the criminal procedure create create the necessary machinery for the detection of the crime arrest of suspected criminal, collection of evidence, determination of guilty or innocence of the suspected person, and the imposition of the proper punishment on the guilty person, full stop. The law of the criminal procedure also aim at providing safeguard against possible harms and violation of the human right of the innocent person in its process of sifting criminal from the non-criminal, process of sifting criminal or non-criminal, full stop. It further attempt to strike a just balance between the need to give dis- discretionary discretionary power to the functionally under the code to make the investigative and adjustatory process strong and effective, and the need for the controlling the probably misuse or abuse of this power. It is therefore right to say, as the Supreme Court has said, that it is the procedure that spell months of difference between the rule of law and the rule of him, and cap price हो गया cap price. Importance of criminal procedure. The law of the criminal procedure is significantly important for the important for three main reason. Important for three main reason. One, it is more constantly used and affect a greater number of person than any other law. Greater, it is more constantly used and effect a greater number of person than any other law. Two, nature of its subject matter is such that human value are involved in it to be a greater degree than in other law. Greater degree in greater degree than in other law. Third, as the law of the criminal procedure is complementary to the substantive criminal law. Complementary to the substantive criminal law, its would failure would seriously affect the substantive criminal law, which in turn would considerably affect the protection that it give to society. It gave to society. Full stop. Therefore, has been right said that too much expensive delay and uncertainty in apply the law of the criminal procedure would retain even the best of the penal law useless and oppressive. Useless and oppressive हो गया. The extent and applicability the extent and applicability of the Criminal Procedure Act 1973. Extent and applicability of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973. Applicability of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973. Extent and applicability of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973. The extent and applicability of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973. The extent and applicability of the applicability of the Criminal Procedure Code 1973. Our law of the criminal procedure is mainly contained in the Code of the Criminal Procedure 1973. Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 CRPC. Full stop. The code extend to the whole of the India except the state of the Jammu and Kashmir. ये भी तो सब में लागू हो गया. लॉ ऑफ द क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर इज मेनली कंटेन इन द कोड ऑफ द क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर 1973. It the code extend to the whole of the India. Code extend to the whole of the India. Code extend to the whole of the India. Okay. Code extend to the whole of India. 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 Further, some of the provision of the code have not been made applicable at present to the state of Nagaland. Present to the state of Nagaland. Some of the provision of the code have not been made applicable at present to the state of Nagaland and tribal area in Assam because of the particular condition prevailing there. Thought the procedure to be followed in these areas is not required to be strictly in accordance with the provision of the code, yet it must satisfying the standard of the fairness as it applicability in Article 21 of the Constitution. Implicit in Article 21 of the Constitution. The provision of the code are applicable in respect of the every investigation. The provision of the code are applicable in respect of the every investigation, inquiry, or trial of the any offence under the Penal Code 1860, Indian the Penal Code 1860 IPC, or under any other law. Full stop. Whoever the rule is not unduly rigid. Rule is not unduly rigid. Full stop. If the existence exigency of the subject matter over the local condition required a special procedure to be followed in respect of the certain offense. The code make room for such special law and procedure and journal given it precedence journal given precedence over the normal procedure provided by the code. Normal procedure provided by the code. The code has been passed by the parliament but has the subject of the criminal procedure is included in the concurrent list in the seventh schedule appended to the constitution. A state legislation may accordance with the provision of the constitution modify the provision of this modify the provision of this okay modify the provision of this. The modified provision of the code would then apply to that state. It would be seen that while the code provide for a uniform criminal procedure applicable throughout the India, section 1, 4 and 5 of the code and the provision of the Constitution of India make it sufficiently flexible to adjust itself to the special local need and condition. Special local need and condition. Division. Territorial division. It is always expanded to have suitable territorial unit for the purpose of the administration, whether judicial or otherwise. Full stop. The size and the number of such unit would depend upon the need of the administration. Full stop. The enter territory. The enter territory of India consists of state, and for the purpose of the code, every state shall either be in a single session division or shall consist of the session division. Full stop. Every session division shall be neither one single district or shall consist of the district. Full stop. Any district may be further divided into subdivision. Full stop. The limit over the number of such session. The number of the limit of the session division, district and subdivision of a district may be altered by the state government after the consultation with the high court of the state. Full stop. The special need of the large district. Special need of the large district like Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi, etc. In respect of the administration of the criminal justice have been recognized. Full stop. Therefore, each city with a population of 1 million or more than been constituted has a separate territorial unit known as a metropolitan area. Full stop. In respect of any metropolitan area, the concerned state government has the power to extend, reduce, and alter the limit of a such area to have specify the accessor of a such area. Full stop. For the purpose of the code, every metropolitan area is said to be separate session division and district. The following failure would give an easy view of the territorial division. Okay, India, excluding the state of Jammu Kashmir. Excluding the state of Jammu Kashmir. Excluding the state of Jammu Kashmir. State session division, district or session division. Session division. Metropolitan area. Each area in to be considered as a separate session division and district. Session division and district. Okay, session division and district. Okay, okay. Classification of offense. For the purpose of the code, all of the offense have been classified into different category. Full stop. A journal overview of this category may be useful for the better apprehension of the provision of the code. Full stop. More detailed discussion on each of the category would be taken up at an appropriate stage later. Appropriate stage level. अप्रोप्रिएट स्टेज लेवल हो गया ऑपरेटर, अप्रोप्रिएट स्टेज लेवल, अप्रोप्रिएट